guys do too. Yeah, so you can lower the seat down, up and down. Yeah, however you want. You guys want water? How do you like the studio?
Oh, it's awesome.
Is this first time here?
Yes, it is. It is our first time here, and we're glad to be here. 1% show.
We're going to have to get you in the garage, you know.
Shane Train, thank you for having us.
You guys are awesome. I'm excited about this.
And we're the act duo. Chad Smith over here. I'm Zach Zorman. My stage name is Zachary Williams, if that confuses some people out there, but if you follow
Zachary Williams, you know the story, the legend. These guys are legends. But listen, I want to let everyone know to please share and invite. Look, social media, we're in a day and age of social commerce. You might see these guys and say, I'd love to have them at my wedding. I'd love to have them at our Elks Club, or I'd love to have them at our whatever club or whatever thing that you have going on, right? You might have a bar, you might have a, we have like a beer, like run you can do in this town. We have like, what do they call that where you make your own beer? Craft beer. Yeah. I'm not a drinker, but we have a lot of that, right? Yeah. So you guys go to these little places. I'm sure people love to hear you. They're awesome. I got to hear them at the Brickyard. Is that where it was? Where did I go? Brickyard.
Yeah.
Brickyard.
Brickyard. That's our home venue.
I met you at Shine.
Yep, Shine concert with Peter. Peter Botris. He was there. A lot of other musicians, and I met you there.
So how did you guys meet?
We met in high school, and we were about since 7th grade. We've known each other. So we didn't get into music then. We were just friends, and then I guess once we were just about out of college, around 2000. What do you think? 2009, around that time. A little 2008.
Did you guys play in your high school band?
No. I was a class clown. But I got into theater and acting and stuff, and I was into communications and journalism in college, and then I got into theater and stuff as well. And I liked performing in front of people, and during college is when I got into music a little bit more.
When did you realize you liked performing in front of people?
And it was in senior year of high school. It was in senior year of high school.
What was it like? Hey, this is my last year. I'm gonna live it.
Yeah, and I was like I said, I was a class clown, and I had all these teachers that probably, I was all my class clown pranks and stuff were innocent in nature, but I knew my teachers got annoyed by me, but I knew I was good at performing when some of the teachers who I knew didn't like me in their class comes up and says, "Good job with the play." So that's what happened. So I'm like, maybe I could take this up, and that's what I did basically from basically my freshman year in undergrad all the way to now.
So you don't know connecting the dots later on. You hear, I don't know, I'm not good at remembering who said what in life, but I noticed that connecting the dots to theater helped you in a way that you wouldn't realize later in life.
Well, yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And
because you need to have some oomph on there, right?
We talk about experience and stuff, and things aren't built overnight. So I've had many mishaps, I still do. I still screw up, but it's how you move on from screwing up when you're on stage and perform or whatever that makes you a better performer.
Yeah, and I tell people those words are very, first of all, it's the price to pay if you want to move further along in your craft, first of all.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, you don't know your capabilities, so the universe tests you by giving you challenges. And if you can't go to that challenge, then you're like, wow, I didn't even realize I could do that.
Yep.
Right? Like, you didn't realize you'd go through the treatment you went through and come out and play, right? But you did, and now you're like, wow, I'm more grateful, I'm more stronger, I'm absorbing life more.
That's another thing, like, if you're first time, people that don't know me, 2 years ago I was, diagnosed with stage 3 brain cancer, and it was definitely a moment in my life that was a downer, but again, I don't think God puts you through anything that you can't. He gives you what He believes you can handle, and I think that situation's only made me stronger. I feel better today than I did. For all those years, I probably had a tumor inside my head. I was performing with a tumor inside my head. That's a fact for multiple years until basically it created a speech lapse. But what about you? As far as I want to ask Chad, because this is something that actually, believe it or not, I never talked to Chad about. But when did you start to get into the guitar? Because I knew you were into it before we had actually started to.
Well, I picked up the guitar senior week. I've always interested in playing music, but picked it up senior week, and the first song I ever learned was Incubus, Wish You Were Here. And I actually found the guitar on the boardwalk. It was sitting on the side of Sensations, and somebody left it there. I just went up to it.
Sensations.
Yeah.
No.
Sensation.
Oh, all right.
So I took the guitar, and it was a Martin, and I almost felt like if you ever seen the movie Coco, I found my guitar and loved it, and I still have it.
And then, you know,
It's really emotional.
one of the first songs we ever did was what? Slide by the Goo
Slide
Goo
by
Dolls.
Goo Goo Dolls.
You know, and then we just started at a campfire or something. We were playing and stuff, and we're like, "It sounds half decent, I guess."
Isn't that the best thing?
And
You're
then you
hanging
take
out
off
that
it.
raw,
Right.
genuine music. Sometimes things get so big and so far away, you miss the essence of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I know when I was in there to see you guys, like you can feel the passion that you have for the music you play.
I think the bottom line is there's too many performers, whether they be local performers or larger performers, they take it too serious where they don't allow themselves to make mistakes, and that basically creates a vibe of that you're not free, you're not loose. And he always said before a show, he goes, it's a loose and colorful, which is a quote by John Mayer, and I agree with that, because if you're not loose, you ain't gonna be colorful.
Well, look
And
at
if
my
you're
Nick
colorful-
Foles. The reason St. Nick keeps
There you go,
winning
St.
is
Nick.
because he doesn't care about
Right.
what people think, because he's not going to be there next year. He didn't think he was
He had
going to be
nothing
there
to
years
lose.
work.
He had
He had
nothing to
nothing to lose but to live his
Nothing to
life.
Not
That's right. He was at the end of the road, and he held on.
And that made the difference, especially when the pressure was on. And I think our best shows are when the pressure, even if it seems like it's a lot, when we perform like the Strand,
That's what we live for, you know.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of pressure. I mean, look, you can have a piece of coal with a little pressure, or you can have a diamond with a lot of pressure.
Yep.
You can't have a diamond with a little pressure.
Yep.
Right? You can get water with a little bit of depth, and you can get oil with a lot of depth, right? Right? So it all depends. Where do you think they find those rubies? Go over to Greenland and see in those icy areas, right? You'll find that down in York. You don't find rubies laying on the street, do you? No.
You want donuts.
Right? You find donuts, right? But even the process of getting a donut, everything is processed,
Yeah.
right? So what do they do with what do they do with some of the greatest things were always made through a process not getting the result you want, which people call failure, and that's ridiculous. All right. The reason I'm good is because I failed all my life, and I realized that's how you find out what you love.
Yeah.
In order to find out what you love, you got to find out what you don't love.
Never a failure, always a lesson.
Right.
That's
There's
okay.
always a lesson
Right.
and a blessing, but it's the attitude that we embrace towards what we do. Right. So, how long have you guys been doing this?
About almost 9 years, just about, yeah. And we've been pretty consistent as far as time playing. Like we haven't taken too many times where we're not playing. We've been very consistent.
Well, you're only a musician when you're playing. You know, I just like to let people know this,
Yeah.
right? Like, people love to say what they are, but you only are that. You're a human, right? You're not a musician all day. You're only a musician when you play the music,
Right.
right? So other than that, you're Zach.
Right, and so
Right?
that's the thing too. I think like I said, you also when you're a person too, you've got to be loose and colorful too, because I think that's one of the reasons we relate to the people that come out too. People and stuff, and say a happy birthday to people at shows, and have them come up and play the tambourine or get on the keys even if they want. Like, we don't care about that stuff. We'll let them be the musicians then and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Shane, next time you come to our show,
that's right. You
we'll
want to
give you
get
the tambourine.
you want to get up and do the tambourine or whatever. You want to even try on the keys or something like that. We don't.
I like the mic. The mic is my
Yeah,
favorite
right.
part. The favorite part of the music is the mic, man. What?
Yeah.
But listen, what empowered you guys to want to keep going, right? Do you guys just do this because it's making you rich?
No.
No, because the reality of it is that it's what we enjoy doing. I mean,
Because there's kids out there. The reason I'm saying, or not even kids, there might be someone 40, 50, 80, or 90, and they've always wanted to pick up a guitar and play, and they're waiting because they say, I'm only going to do it if I make money doing it. Is that good advice to wait till you get paid?
No, I think the advice I would say to somebody like that is, if you can get your expressions out, music has a way of helping people express themselves in a way that words can't. And that's my belief. And so if you are, if you're depressed or you're really happy or you're, you know, angry and stuff, I think music is the way to say that the best, to get that out there. And I think, like, we talk about my recent, like, you know, at least relatively recent music video that I released about Meant to Live. I think the reason that song connects with and really connects with people is because it was telling a real story that I went through, and it was conveying basically how I felt. It was a real song, and that's why I'm often critical of, you know, musicians that you talk about, like, hey, when you're not a musician, what are you experiencing? What kind of person are you? And there's a lot of musicians that write songs about stuff that they have absolutely no experience with, have absolutely no say on that. So to me, that's kind of artificial lyrics. This was real. The things that I go through, the things that Chad goes through and stuff like that, those are the things we write about because we can accurately.
How would you give advice to someone that wants to start a band and you know, is the first band the only band? Should they keep going? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of advice would you give to a musician? And I don't like to say young, I mean anybody, man. You could be starting this at any age. So what kind of advice would you give them? They're starting, they're getting frustrated, but
Well,
they
you gotta-
know it's in their heart.
You gotta be able to identify what's making you frustrated because the more people you get in your band, the more people you're relying on. And so I have a lot of respect for a lot of the bands that have kept together. Like, for instance, I have a lot of respect for the Rolling Stones. They've been around since, like, they're, you know, the dirt was here on Earth. And they're all different guys, but yet they've stayed around, they've hung together and stuff, and they're all different. If you have a band, you gotta understand that, you know, you're gonna have to work together and compromise at some point, because if you don't, that's how bands basically, you know, break up. I just feel like the more people you have involved, the more people you have part of your family. Your band is your family, if you really are serious about the music you're making. And if you really want it to go somewhere, then you're going to have to, you know, all work together. If you can't, and you're selfish or you're not conveying what you want in the music, then you'll break up.
How many bands have you been a part of?
We've only been part of one. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Because when I was at Shippensburg as an undergrad, that's when I started getting into music, and I was a part of a few battle of the bands. You know, I was part of a few bands in that, and we had success too. But they were like almost like makeshift bands. Just created a band to get.
So, but were they? Would you, looking back now, would you say they were an intricate part of the process to maybe learn what you liked or didn't like?
For me, yeah, because he wasn't part of all that, but for me, yes, because I experienced stuff when I was in those bands that I didn't like. We had a guy, you know, that was just very. He was like what I would consider like a guy that's very. He's not loose and colorful, and he just wanted everything to be his way. Wanted everything to go a certain way, was not very flexible, didn't compromise, and he thought he knew it all and stuff, and I learned that you can't have band members like that.
There's a lot of chemistry involved there. Involved between two people. You know, you're going to have your differences as far as music goes. You know, there's so many genres out there, but stick with what you like, and you just need to build chemistry, or else you won't. When you move from band to band, there's a problem. It's just, I mean, there's good artists out there every time in a blue moon.
How'd you get your first gigs?
Well,
word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah, and just like.
So where would you play at first, and how often do you practice? Like, how do you get it going? You say, hey, let's play. All right, meet at my house on Thursday.
That's sometimes what we do. I think a big difference is the more experience we get. Social media, I think when we first started out getting gigs, I mean, we would just go up to places and be like, look, you know, we'll play for you. And anybody that would give us that opportunity, that's what we would play.
You got to start small and work your way up.
Yeah.
After our first two shows, we played at very small restaurants, Brickyard Tavern, Bistro 19. After then,
Maywinds was there. That's now Rock.
Used to be the Harp and Fiddle. Maywinds, now it's public.
So you got to create your own opportunities. What it sounds like. So when you go to those places, then the customers have to say, "Hey, we'd like to have them back," right?
Exactly. You got to pull in the
You
crowd.
got to make yourself salty.
You got to bring yourself
make
a
yourself
crowd.
salty. Yep.
And I think our like as far as like even today, like, and I think even when we were building, our strength has always been our ability to just play. We have originals, but we also have a lot of covers, and our covers cover a wide range of genres. So we can do like literally 50s, like, you know, oldies all the way up to stuff you hear on the radio.
All right, so we want to take a share break. So can you all get your phones out and share this?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so we want to take a share break. Everyone, please enjoy. This is a time to relax. Look at your phone like you do all day, but share this out. This is called a share break. All right, share in
Take a
community.
picture of the moment here.
Boom. You know, this is the thing about, and we want to thank All Live Media. I want to thank my partner Ray Boot. I want to thank All Live Media for this production of All Live Media. None of this would be here without them. And I say them because it's not me. I'm a part of a whole group of people that put this together, a team, when you talk about a team. So I want to thank All Live Media. I want to thank the Act Duo. Did I get it right?
Yep, you got it, man.
The Act Duo. It's crazy. You wouldn't think things that are easy for other people are hard for me, right? Just say something correct takes a lot of mind focus. It's crazy. But other things, you know, on a mic, I don't care. I'm not thinking about it. Because I've been just like you guys. Like for you to pick up a guitar, if I picked it up, it would sound like, dude, put it down. But you pick it up, you can tell that you've been playing and learning right
Yep.
through the process. So,
And I can write, like I said, I got a song for you, because I know you're running for mayor.
Mayor 2021.
Okay. And I got a song for you that I wrote on the way here that we're going to be playing then.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. If y'all could share this, it matters. And here's why it matters, right? Because we have to understand that consciously, in the day and age of social commerce, that we are responsible for what we post. Now you have something, instead of just telling your neighbor or telling your town, you can tell the world. So if you put poison in the world, that's a problem. If you put positivity, that's what we need. All right? So we need, and this is a positive thing. This shows that you can come from nothing to something to everything, right? This isn't degrees. This is called grind. That's how you get there. And you put a shine on something by doing it over and over and over again, right? Like the Grand Canyon didn't start as a creek at the bottom and work its way up. It started at the top, and then it worked down slowly to become those canyons and those beautiful art and all that stuff you see. It didn't happen, but it just happened with consistency. If the Grand Canyon, if that river didn't run every day, it wouldn't be where it is today. But because the river runs every day, it is where it is.
River runs through it.
Yeah, the river runs through it. And look, hang out with people that see the tree in your nut. Please share this out. It's important to share this. Please, we want to crank it out. We want to help our community. Thank you, Kayla Harrison. Kayla, if you tag me on that post on my page, I will add it to my page, Kayla. All you have to do is tag me and I'll put it on there. Jared, how are you?
Yeah.
Share and invite. Come on, y'all. Share this out. Invite your friends. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Please share to some groups. Invite 3 friends. Please. So can you ask them to share and invite? Why should they share and invite?
Share and invite because he's given us an opportunity to kind of say what we're about, but at the same time, he's all around York, a city we all love, and he states what he believes. He states what he's all about, and he hustles every single day, 24/7, and I think that means a lot. There's no quit in Shane, and I've seen it. So I think the rest of York is either seeing or they will see it. So that's why.
But as far as you guys, how can they get a hold of you to use you? And
Okay.
what do you play for? Like if somebody says, "Hey, what can I use these guys for?"
Absolutely.
In a musical thing.
Well, what we do is we'll do anything. We like to perform at public venues, whether you're a club, a bar, or like a bistro or a winery. We also DJ as well and MC at weddings, private parties. You can reach us at our website at www.theaktduo.com, or you can find us on a popular wedding website, which is www.thenot.com. And if you click on DJs and then type in York, PA, we're featured on there. We're like the 7th guy down on all of the DJs that are on there, and you click on us and find out what we're about. I think the big thing that we can do is if you want a wedding or an event, we can play all your favorite tunes as recorded by the actual artist, or we can also perform live music. The live set list that we know, so we can do a little mix and match there. A lot of people like us because we're able to DJ a lot of their favorite songs at their wedding, but we can also we can break it down and play a more intimate acoustic sound and still make people get up and dance or do whatever.
So what about people have something going on down at the river, summer parties and stuff? outdoor
Absolutely.
events?
Absolutely.
Are you guys doing the box lunches with Mary Epple down there? Are you doing
Talk
that?
about that. No. Talk about that.
So you should have Mary Epple when they do the box lunches in York, and they come out and there's an artist, you guys playing that little breezeway between Market and there. And,
We've done,
Cherry Lane.
we've done that. Cherry Lane. We got a music
Oh, the
video
box,
on there.
yeah, the box lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they see you this summer at the box lunches?
We'll look into it because certainly we played there before. We've done that with the Cultural Alliance.
Yeah.
And certainly we'll play there again if we can.
Cultural Alliance, New York, great,
You guys
great fundraiser.
Do you ever play down at, where my daughter used to work, what's that little, Mud Hook?
We
Mud Hook
played
Brewery?
Yeah.
We played in
We
Mud
played
Hook,
there many times.
Yeah, my daughter used to work there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
played Rose,
Yeah.
we played,
Yeah.
said Maywinds, we played Bistro,
What's the one down there? Have you ever done the one at the water? What's the
Waterway.
one?
Waterway, not yet.
Not yet.
We love Liquid,
What's
we love
the summer things they do in there? Have you played down in there yet?
We did the chili cook-off right there across the creek.
And then they do creek fires. Do people play at creek fires or
Free
not?
Fire, shout out to Liquid Hero.
Yeah,
Really
Liquid
comfortable.
Hero.
Those guys there are great. Really appreciate you guys. They've been nothing but supportive.
Liquid Hero, best craft brew in York.
Yep,
Hey, gotta hit up my buddies down there at,
Gift Horse.
Gift Horse.
Gift
Yeah,
Horse,
Those
yeah.
are my dudes right there. You got
We're looking to play there.
And they're doing that summer, they're coming out with an outdoor beer garden.
Venue.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys playing out there?
Yeah, and out west, VFW, post 7034, I believe is what it is.
VFW,
We
we
play
got-
on Sherwood Inn.
Sherwood Inn, we got.
Sherwood, they got a nice deck out there now. They created out there.
Nice.
So yeah, we got a lot of places we like to play.
And you're waiting for some more.
Always,
waiting for
yeah,
some-
waiting for different venues. We really like to play new venues,
Have you done that winery out there in downtown? What's it called? The
Windridge.
Windridge. Oh yeah, Windridge. We've played there a couple times. Steve Groff, the owner there, really enjoyed talking to him, and it's a great wedding venue too. So
Yeah.
we just had a wedding there. Not us, where we were performing. Well, technically we did
We
perform.
performed
For our good
two
friend
songs.
Chris Fry, he performed there. But I have another friend. He's getting married there in August, and he'll have his wedding there.
You guys ever play Beer Mongers?
No.
No,
You gotta hit them up, tell them the Shane Train, you have Beer Mongers. They got a nice little place. My buddy Tim Dodd used to be a Substance, used to play there.
Yep, I love beer mongers.
Yeah.
I don't go to any place, but I've been to all these places.
Yeah.
I'm a drinker.
Well, like I said, we called you up and said, hey, come out to the Brickyard Tower. You popped in, we put you on the mic,
Yeah.
you gave your piece, and then you got the hell out. But, you know.
Well, you know what? Out of respect, I love what y'all are doing in the community, and I love to see. We need people doing what they love, because those are alive people. They're not zombies, right? So, more people that we can encourage to do what they love. It's not going to be like everybody wants to get to the end, and I wish they would understand that the end is the graveyard or the incinerator. That is truly the end, right? So, find something to make this process of life worth it. But here's the problem. People, and not the problem, but the solution is teaching them. And you have mango on you, you're a mango tree. But you cannot live by eating your own fruit. Crazy.
You got to go out there and spread those seeds around.
You have to work on your fruit, and your fruit is for the world. But inside of your fruit is your seed. Right? So you got to work it. So when people find it, they're alive. They wake up alive. You wake up with something to do besides
That's
getting
what we
a
do too.
paycheck.
We played a lot out in Philadelphia or Westchester.
Yeah, that's Westchester. That's where I grew up. Downtown Westchester.
We used to play.
Oh yeah, did you play at Alibis or where did you play out there?
Sidebar. Sidebar.
The Rat's Nest?
Not the Rat's Nest. We played there. We played at Cantina out there. Well, where else? We played out at Timothy's in Westchester.
That's on the club up top.
Oh, no.
The one below.
That's Moss Cantina.
The joke was you go in high, come out gay.
Oh,
You go in high, come out gay.
Phoenixville. You know
Phoenixville.
Phoenixville.
Yeah,
We played at the
Phoenixville.
Bistro.
Yeah.
Bistro
Bridge.
Bistro 19 or
Bistro
Bridge.
Bridge. And then we also played at
The Pickering Creek
Pickering
Inn.
Creek Inn.
Pickering Creek Inn.
Yeah.
That's right. They said they saw the Cisco kid used to live there,
Yep, that's where the,
or whatever. He used to hide out there or something like that.
yeah. I'll
So-
tell you, Phoenix show is nice.
How far away do you guys go to play?
Well, we've traveled a good.
All around the state of Pennsylvania and northern Maryland.
We've taken part in many charities, such as Keep Punching. They're founded out
New York
of
City.
New York City. America's Got Talent. We just tried out again.
Did ya?
America's Got Talent up in New York City.
Yeah.
We got, we went up to Jacob Javits Convention Center, tried out for the, America's Got Talent,
Yeah.
with a
So
couple
tell
other
me,
great
what's that
musicians.
process like? We talk about the process.
So,
It's a lot of. It's a lot. You've got to. The bottom line is, if you want to make it, you got to go, and that's the thing.
Is there a lot of waiting?
well, what
There
you do
we
is
did,
you
we
show
had
up, we got there at 6 in the morning, tired as hell, and we
Did
we
you
were
sleep the
out
night
late last-
before?
Not really. We were in a room about as big as a closet,
Yeah.
and we went to the Jacob Javits Convention Center right on the Hudson River and tried out for America's Got Talent. We waited in a line in front of an Elvis impersonator who kept on doing, what do you keep on doing?
He
Hey,
Yeah, he kept doing all that.
hey.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we waited an hour, and then they put you in the reserve area.
Side cell. That's basically our audition room. That's where you go.
Yeah.
And then you perform in front of other people, which is interesting.
I'll tell you what.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
They're sitting there.
You
know,
have
everybody's-
what you do is a producer calls you into a room. You go in with about 5 other acts, one being the act duo, and we had a rapper in there. We had us. We had a dancer. We had a group of girls dancing. And what you do is you all perform in front of each other, and then the producer doesn't say much. They say that we'll let you know in February if you made it. So we're gonna find out next month.
Yeah. around that time,
But it
yeah.
was a good experience.
And you never know.
A lot more organized than The Voice and American Idol. America's Got Talent is much more organized, a lot less waiting. Everybody.
We waited for maybe an hour and a half. to be honest with
From
you.
the time we got there to the time we left, it might have been 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, like as far as we waited to actually sit down and actually have our stance and where we were and stuff now.
So I think one of the biggest things that people don't understand, and I just want to interject because I listen to what people say, is they want to make everything work. And what they don't understand is they always have to work. That's it. See, you got to swing this thing like you're hitting home runs, and every door you have to act like you're at the last pitch of the World Series, and they're depending on you. And see, that's why you have to love what you do.
Clutch.
It's because you have to have that enthusiasm. And the only way to have that kind of confidence is to do it every day, as much as you can in the day you breathe. So part of that process is you can't hang out with your boys and your girls all the time because you need to be practicing, right? Practice is controlled failure.
Yep.
Yo, diamonds don't become diamonds because they tell people they're diamonds because they post it on their Facebook. It's because they spend a lot of time alone. I'm alone most of the time. You don't see me hanging out with nobody except for my family, and then everything else is what I'm doing with my purpose. If you're part of my purpose along the trail, we're gonna hang. But otherwise, we're not, because I don't have that kind of time. I don't know when God's calling me up. Like, I don't know.
You gotta be clutch, man. You gotta be clutch like Saint Nick. You gotta be clutch like Michael Jordan. You gotta.
Have you ever gotten a call
Wayne
saying
Gretzky?
clutch? So, have you ever gotten a call where someone says, I need you to perform, you gotta put something together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say clutch, explain to me, give me, cause it's nice talk, right? Give me some examples of where, and it's always convenient for you. I mean, obviously, it's always convenient on your time.
Clutch is basically, when it comes to music and stuff like that, is just like somebody will randomly say, can you put this together real quick? Can you perform this? And I think clutchness comes out of what's expected of you. That's why Michael Jordan's clutch, because people expect him to have the best chance of making a shot. So when you establish yourself, then people expect you to be clutch. If people don't know anything about you, they're not expecting you to be clutch. So when you are like Michael Jordan, or you're like, lately Nick Foles, or you're like, Tom Brady, people expect you to be clutch.
Or Shane Train.
And the Shane Train to come through because they relied on you for past things, and it's become known. Clutch is basically, I think, it's an expectation from people because like I said, you don't just go out like one time and then all of a sudden you accidentally come through. you've got to do it time after time
So
after
you
time.
don't dial in the right gate. You got to go on all the gates.
Yeah, you got to.
Have you ever been the one where it wasn't what you thought it was?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All the time.
Have you ever
Like
performed in front of nobody? Yo, I'm a public speaker. Yo, one or two people. How hard is that? You got to go.
It's tougher, it's tougher because when you have less crowd, a lot of times you know that the focus is more on you. I guess it seems that way.
You're missing that energy.
So
right?
we were on Fox 43, and they got us on to perform something. I've never felt more nervous in my entire life, and that's because the focus is live, and you got three people looking at you, and you're like, oh, the pressure's on. But we
And
came
everyone's
through.
quiet, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's quiet.
Yeah.
Well, when you came in at the Brickyard, I was in the middle of playing a song and I looked up and you were like, yeah.
Yep.
And I stopped. Yeah, man. Right there and then you gotta recalculate, pick up where you left off. But you can stop whenever you want. Depends on how comfortable you are with the atmosphere. There's a lot of times where you look at someone and they're just giving you the wrong look and you just mess up.
And we've had times where we play out of, unfortunately, because a lot of times it's hard to hear and stuff like that, or you just mess up. And
Yeah, hard to hear. How do you do it? Now, when I was out, I was like, no wonder people wear. Is that why they wear mics sometimes to hear?
Well, sometimes you gotta know where your mics are
song,
and stuff,
or
and
so you can keep going.
you gotta.
You can't hear.
There are a
the
lot of
beat.
times you play smaller places like Brickyard Tavern, and you've got your speakers out there. Sometimes it's harder to actually hear what's going on with yourself. So you got to have, of course, floor monitors and your own sound. Sometimes we can be out of tune. Sometimes just because it's so noisy, so loud. Sometimes we just plain mess up, and that's okay as long as you keep moving.
So
forward.
how do you, if the crowd gets out of hand or you're not feeling the vibe, is there a song that you can come to bring the energy back?
Oh, yeah.
Or
We always play to the crowd. Always play to the crowd.
Yeah.
We've been to shows that there was no one under 60 years old. We've been to shows that people haven't been more than 30 years old. We have current music. We have old music.
And there's times we played awesome, and people sit there and they don't, York has been, of course, our hometown and stuff. I mean, and if you gain a reputation, we always get a good crowd from this city. But you play other places, we play at Westchester and stuff, and we put on a hell of a show, but nobody gives you an applause. And I think that's part of, again, earning the respect of that town. But I also think it's the nature of the town. York's got some good people in it. And, of course we have family too, but our family spreads the word, and I think these people come out not just because we play, but because we think we play well, and we pride ourselves on that. We don't want to show up and play awful. We
well,
want
a lot of people. So how do you make yourself play well? Just because you
put
say you want
energy
to play
into
well,
it. There's a lot of people that just
or do
play.
you practice a lot?
We practice a lot, but we also know our roles, and when we come out, we put some energy in it. There's a lot of people that just play there that are background music. When we play, it's not background music. It's if you're there, you're going to notice us. That's what we want to make sure that, and that's because when we feel the crowd and the crowd's getting into us, that's when we come alive too.
So if someone's in a crowd, what can they do? Like they might be afraid they're going to mess up a band or mess up someone. What advice would you give to somebody that is not a musician, that loves to watch bands? What can they do to help the band if they want to help that band? Can you give them some advice?
Come with signs, cheer,
Lighters.
We'll hand you a tambourine, say, I want something, I want to come up. We'll let you. We'll let you come on up. You can come up and you can just dance up front with us or
We'll
whatever.
give you the tambourine.
Yeah, the tambourine or whatever. If you got your own instrument and stuff, and you're decent, or even not decent, because we've had many times people just come up there, whatever, and we're fine with it. We like to have a good time. That's the bottom line. You have a good time, you get something out of it. It's a good time.
If you're there just to have a night out with your wife and eat dinner, a couple of our songs maybe will work for you, but a lot of the times we like to get the crowd going.
Yeah, get up and go.
Get up, enjoy the night, and we're looking to play better songs from here on out as far as getting people up and.
Our next public show is going to be at the Eagles Nest, February 1st, 7:00 p.m. to 10 p.m. We hope you guys can come on out to that. We got a couple private events coming up here, and the rest of.
Yep, we do private house parties too, so don't be afraid to hit us up on our website.
Yeah.
And
We plan at the
we'll get
Strand
back
on
to
the 26th. We got a private party there that'll be really cool. We have a lot of familiarity with that venue as well. So yeah. So Shane, I got a couple questions for you.
Okay. Fire away.
Alright,
Come back here.
Alright.
okay,
Watch out for my bat on the ground.
alright. So, I know that you're running for the mayor in 2021, but here's my thing. I got a couple questions. How are you gonna approach it? You gonna approach it like you do right now, nonstop, just hustle, up and at 'em, let's go, 24/7, no stop?
Yeah, I'm not fixing anything. I'm not running on any platform. I'm not debating. There's no debate against. I'm not against. I love our mayor that we have now. I love the energy that we have, everything before me. I'm not here to judge anything. I'm an energy source, right? So my energy is, if I can go from where I came, which is the bottom, right? No education. I don't have no degrees. I didn't 10th grade education. And I've made results where I put my energy. And I did it without any degrees, any favors, any money, right? Then I can, and it's important to me that everyone in the human race wins, right? That they find their way. And I've been able to do it over a long, I'm 49 years old. Then now, and I didn't come up with this cockamamie idea. I'm already busy, right?
People
said it
probably
to me, and I
accept it.
believe it from God, so now it's my duty to do it, right? To at least run that race. Run the race of not worrying about winning, but running the race. See, I'm running a race. So I don't care about winning, man. I'm going to run a race to show people how you can go and try anything you want. So the victory is in the fact that I believe I can do it.
Well, yeah.
That's it. I've already won.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to run that race for 3 years or whenever it starts and let the chips fall. People can't get out and vote for something different. Look, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm a human being. And I'm running on the race of the human race. And that's it. And I'm going to let those chips fall.
So no, we're not getting any kind of
There's no
debates
debate.
or
No, when
anything
people
like
say debate,
that?
I'm like, I don't have any part of that.
You believe what you believe.
I'm an energy source, right? So I'm just different. There's nothing bad about anything before me. Actually, that's brought us to where we are today. And I'm a different energy source. That's
Bring the
it.
energy to the people.
Yes.
And then let the people do what they gotta do.
I believe that I can inspire this town to have more people come out and vote, more people come out and clean up their community, more people take over. I believe I can inspire more people to
It's like
get out.
yesterday, remember we got that,
energy when you apply so much energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
People. Who needs
Yeah.
5
People
hours?
need that as an excuse, that's why, they need that.
When I
as an
run in
excuse.
this thing, right, like think how many hours I put in this city. Our business is in this city. I spend more hours on the streets of this city than almost anybody in this city. Right? I mean, I'm in this city all day. I go to every block. There's no street I wouldn't go down. I don't believe in a hood. I believe in every street. I want to make this, be a part of making this city like Disney. Clean, nice paint job, lit up, little things. Imagine
It's
nice
good,
paint
yeah.
job, lights, and
Uplight.
nice streets
See
and
that-
nice sidewalks.
And North George Street, see that extended, all
Yeah.
the restaurants and the
Lit
bars,
up
people walking
everywhere,
down there and
man.
stuff.
Right?
Now see, your college bought the big strip mall across the street.
Yeah, Colonial right here. Yeah.
Now, are they gonna put a big nightclub there, or what are they gonna do?
No, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I know that
Or
what
you
they
should
have
go.
over there is beautiful. And a lot of my friends have businesses over there, Indulgence over there, Copper Crust is over there. So I don't know. But here's my thing is like, I'm an energy source. If this city if people wanna not complain but contribute, those are the people that are gonna make this city better. And keep making it better, right? Contribute, come on out.
Give energy.
Let's have First
Better
Friday
do it.
every day. Why
I
don't we
agree.
come out every night?
I agree.
Right?
First Friday.
Why don't we walk through the city? Let's have a walking and running problem, right?
Yeah,
Not a
first
complaining
Friday every
problem.
day, we'll have
Right.
lots of business.
But why not?
Yeah, first, we'll play.
Why not? We have 200,000, over 200,000 people in this county,
Mhm.
right? This is the heartbeat of the county. We should be having people come down here and inviting them, making an environment, and social media will prove to the people we have a beautiful city. I hear stories where people say I'm crazy for running the city. I'm like, really?
Yeah, well, who's
Do you
running?
think it's gonna be better if we all leave it and we let
Gotta
the
go,
darkness run
yeah.
the city?
You gotta, everybody's gotta run.
That seems like odd, like if we all hang out, why don't you all come out? If you're not gonna run, come on down to the city and hang out.
There's people bigger than us that should be running.
Yeah. So,
Everybody thinks that the city's gonna take care of itself. No, you need people to run it.
but when we get to know each other, then you can trust it, right? Like we should be waving and saying hi. Now it's normal, it's getting there.
Now
It
you
used
say
to be
hi to
odd.
somebody and they walk right by you.
Now, we wanna run and get coffee tournaments, that's a big no-no.
Oh yeah, yeah. But see, it's standing up for something in your town, right?
You gotta
I
stand
do-
with what you gotta have a backbone. That's the problem today. Nobody has a backbone. Everybody.
The reason I videoed that guy was because I wasn't gonna assault him or do anything, right?
Right.
And I called the police, like him, but then I didn't want to get away, so I just followed the camera. You would have thought I had done to the guy,
That was funny.
right? He called the police. He called the police on me for harassing him, and he had a warrant. I said I didn't want to do anything. Oh, it's a true story, right? So they picked him up for his warrant. I didn't charge because of a phone, right? Because I videoed him.
Well, your energy too. You're out there doing what you're
I'm
doing.
like, bro, you're not doing it in my town. You're not throwing a cup of coffee on me. I waited you to throw a cup of coffee. Now we're gonna, you know what I mean? Because the old school, the immature would say to do something. That's not my job. I'm an insurance broker in social media. I'll call whose job it is. That's the protectors of this town, the sheriff, the police, right? That's their job. Don't take it into your hands. They can take care of everything, and they did, right? A prime example, right? And listen, look, when the state police told me to put the effing bat down that one night, guess what? We'll talk about why I have the bat afterwards. Drop the bat. I'm not gonna sit there and, this is your job. You should look at someone, you know, the things I did. I learned a lot being in my community. You'll learn more by being outside and listening to your community. Be a part of your community, you know? And about Narcan, guys, if someone's overweight, we don't pay for their gastric bypass surgery, okay? So if you have a drug problem, get your act together. You're a chooser, not a loser. But we're not going to continue to pay for Narcan for people. That just can't be. I mean, we have a fire chief that has a leak in his roof. We have homeless people that need food. Why are we not feeding them? Why are we not giving them shelter? Why are we not showing them places? Give, you know, $2,000 or $1,500 for a thing of Narcan? Look, I'm for one Narcan, that's fine. But you know what? Why don't you pay us back for the Narcan? Go work for that Narcan. Value life.
And I watched your show yesterday. This is my big question I have for you. Because this city does have like an interesting approach to when a snowstorm comes. All right? What is with that? With people that how much snow did we get last night? We got what? What do you think?
It didn't even really start till late last
Right,
night.
it started late
It was
night.
after dinner. It was after dinner.
We got about that much, people. We got about that much. And you're out there going to Giant Wise and every other market out there, and you're stocking up on bread, milk, and everything else in between. For what?
Because people are taught by generations.
Right,
And listen,
to
there's
fear.
actually a nugget in this, right? Because most people listen to their parents and their grandparents, and I'm not saying not to love them, but I'm telling you probably you shouldn't listen to them. Because they grew up in the Great Depression. They worked a job where they say, go get a job and be grateful for it, right? Be thankful you have a job. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can actually do everything and anything, right? So there's people, my son works at a convenience store, and they were open Christmas, right? People say don't work on Christmas, but if you want gas, you don't mind if someone works. If you get hurt, you don't mind that the ambulance comes, right? The courthouse is open, right? If we have someone doing something wrong, we need a place to put them. Someone has to work there to take care of them, right? So who says who's worked? Who says what stays off? What I tell you is you got 24 hours. Grab the gift and don't hibernate, man. Too many people are hibernating.
Get out
You know,
of
you have enough food in your cupboard.
Get out of hibernation.
You have enough food in your cupboard.
Food in your cupboard, and you're going.
And they put all that stuff down that brine on the road. The roads are
They
wet.
got the pears, they got the
Yeah.
milk and the bread, but
Now,
it's gonna be
Now,
stale in
how do you think our snow
2 weeks.
how do you think our snow emergency should work? Should we how many inches do you declare a city emergency?
That's not his role.
Yeah.
That's not your role.
Well, no, I don't know anything. Here's the one thing. I know people. I know the spirit of the human spirit, right? And I'll tell you, our public works people are amazing in New York City. Most of them. Here's the thing. People look out. Like the homeless people in New York, they're some of the most resourceful people. They do all that with nothing. They have to learn, pack up their house, and move. What if we taught them some more steps, right, to move? Our job in this world is to do what we love, figure out what our fruit is, and then to help everyone else get back on their journey.
For those seeds.
If you're on welfare, in this city, it should be uncomfortable. Yeah, that's true. Why should I work and him work and him work and you work for someone to sit back and say they can't work? Go look up no legs, no arms. There's a guy that has no legs, no arms, does everything. How can he do everything and you do nothing?
It's all in here.
Right? Get up and get to work. If you're on welfare in New York, you should be cutting someone's grass, cleaning someone's house, cooking for someone. There's older people that we should be taking care of. You should be watching kids. You should be cutting grass. If you're in New York prison, you need to get out to prison. You wake up, you go and you work in this city. You clean this city. You cut grass in this city, right? And our guards don't want to be around all day. Let's have them go with these guys and gals, and let's get things happening. Action is the only way we're going to get different results in this city. And we want them to be inspired. Do you think we want them locked up all day? We got to get them out, man. We got to get them revived. They're going to leave our prisons one day. We better get their act together. They're our brothers and sisters, right? And when we call people felons after they paid the price, come on, y'all. That's not even right. Once they paid the price has been paid. Call him human, call him Rick, call him Jane, call him Bill.
Rick James.
You know? But really, we need to humanize ourselves. We need to humanize our community. Everyone has a heartbeat. Everyone has a right to rise back up again. You know, so many people try to rise again, and people around them just put them down, so they give up, and then they become mean and resentful and hateful, and they're like, I'm going to get mine.
You gotta move on.
And we need to help them realize that they're an equal and important part of this community. Everyone.
Yep.
Well, in light of that, I guess we'll take a quick break, and then we're gonna have a song here for the man here, Mr. Shane, the Shane Train, the Hustle Muscle, the 1%. We're gonna have a song for him running for mayor. So you guys stay tuned.
Nice. All right. So let's see here. Hold on. So where are we gonna play that? Because I'm not stopping.
We
I'm
play
gonna
right
play
here.
right here.
All right, cool. Do I need to bring this back a little? Or are you good?
If you can get us.
Yeah, here I can push it out of. I'm keeping everything live, so I'm not stopping anything, y'all. You're gonna watch the breaks. We're live. You're gonna watch it. All right, let me push this back a little. All right. If anyone wants water or coffee, we have it both. We just don't have. Well, we only have powder creamer. So if you want a coffee or something for you,
I'll take some Columbia.
You got a little.
Columbia
I'll take you upstairs and show you. We'll leave this on live.
Leave it on later.
Yeah, we'll leave it on live. If you had music we could play that's yours original, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Pull up a video.
Because if it's not, and then we own the rights to this music because it's your music, make sure you let Facebook know. Because I've been kicked off and banned.
Yeah, we own the rights. Yep.
Listen, you got to be creative. I know when I used to get kicked off Facebook, I used to get my wife to let me log in. I made her admin on my pages. She used to be like, she used to get so upset. My wife is awesome, and I would go into Facebook underneath her and my name. So.
Do you mind putting up the Meant to Live?
That's a little, yeah.
Now, I just want to keep everybody informed. I'm in the process right now. I'm recording with Studio 117 on 117 South Duke Street with Lee King.
Oh, now I know where they are. They're next to the barbershop. That's where I bought.
Yeah, barbershop. Yeah. They do an amazing job working with their clients. Also, amazing job working with.
They're across from Salvation Army.
Yeah.
That's on the opposite side.
Yeah. So I'm working on a new original there, and I'm excited to be releasing that. That'll be coming out here soon. But this is my last music video, and Chad helped me on it. This is called Meant to Live. This is an original that I wrote, about a year and a half, something like that ago, when I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. And it's for anybody out there that has ever lost somebody, just in general, or anybody who has cancer, anybody who's ever had to endure cancer in some way. Take a look at it.
Sometimes YouTube videos are funny on here, so we'll see.
That's all right. We'll just...
Hey, please share and invite, guys.
Yep.
This is what's real. With all live media, we try to show you as much as possible. We're not doing retakes, are we, today? No, it's all live.
There's such thing as retake.
All right, so good. So let me push this out. If you guys want to watch that, I'll push this out a little. You need it further than that. I can move these chairs.
Well, you got that water, right?
I'll go get that.
Oh, that's his.
I'm drinking it now.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, I got you more. What's yours?
All right.
Yeah. Is this enough room?
Yep, that's plenty.
Here, you want a water or coffee?
I got coffee in the car.
was my most recent music video called Meant to Live. Chad helped me out with that. I wrote that song. You can find that on iTunes. Zachary William is my stage name, and Meant to Live is the title of the song. I want to, like I said, I really value AK Beats, the studio, which is located on 117 South Duke Street, downtown York. Also, the cinematographer for that video was Rob Bryant, owner of the Stakeout, cheesesteak place here in town, and then also he also, of course, does music videos, and they just do an awesome job. And I'm in the process now of having another music video soon released. I'm in the process right now of recording the song. It's called What I've Found, and it is basically about my struggles with different things, and my wife still sticking by my side through it all, and also the wonder of having a baby. So we're having a kid, and I think he's due May 14th, May 15th. So we're really excited about that. But the same studio is going to be recording, or is recording that song, and the same cinematographer will be doing the music video. So I'm really excited about that. Again, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Follow the Act, we're on Facebook, The Act Duo. We have our website, www.theaktduo.com. We're on The Knot. If you check out the icon for DJs, you can click on that and then just type in York, PA, and we're like the seventh option down. It's been a pleasure so far to be on the 1% show here with Shane Train, with my performing partner Chad Smith, and I want to thank all of our followers, our fans, and stuff for coming to our shows. We really appreciate it. And as I mentioned, we're gonna have just a little thing that I wrote on the way here for Shane. I know he's running for mayor, and we believe in him, and I just want to make sure that people know where he's coming from. Okay, all right. So I think I hear that coming down right now. So we're gonna get this show on the road here.
All right.
I actually prefer just kind of sitting like this. I never restricts that as vocal cords to a degree, but at the same time, I'm comfy in this chair. So.
Nice.
Yep.
You guys do your thing. I'm gonna.
Yeah. And I told everybody about Meant to Live and that whole situation and stuff like that, and with the music video and where to find us, myself, and we really appreciate being on the show and you having us today, Shane. So thank you. And we're gonna get into this.
Alright. Hey, should invite this though, y'all. I appreciate it. Always appreciate the love, beautiful community, beautiful people.
And that's my thing too. We're talking about sharing things and using the media, particularly online media. It's really important to get your stuff out there. And I think the music industry has totally changed, and that you can record a song that you think is good, and get it out to just hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people out there. I really believe it in that medium. And it's changed because I think back in the 70s and stuff, there was only a few bands that had access to, big studios and stuff like that could produce radio quality sound, and that's not the case anymore. Now that you have those resources at your fingertips in a blink of an eye, you can definitely get your stuff out there and relatively easy. So certainly use the internet as a main medium to get your. And please share the 1% show, all of Shane's stuff, and our stuff if you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, and are into what we.
Yeah, I mean, you might know someone that is an inspiring artist, and this will motivate them that what they're doing is right.
Yeah, and York has a lot of wonderful musicians. Soji is awesome. Parker James Hooker, Peter Botras, the list goes on.
I saw those guys last night.
Right. So
At the Elks Club, Doug Knight's
kind of
memorial.
celebration and stuff. And
Yeah.
I only met something I just want to say too is I know Doug was very, very, very well spoken of in this community. I only met him once at Peter's Shine a couple years ago, but he was colorful as could be. He seemed like an awesome guy, and I only met him once, but one time being around him, and I can understand why he is so missed. I was happy to see everybody, doing that celebration yesterday and stuff at the he was with the Elks.
Yeah, beautiful city. Shows what kind of city. The nice thing, our city is beautiful size here in York, man. Your city should be. Our city is. So we love York, man. We have a great connection. A very high connectivity in this city.
All right, so this is a song that I recently put together this morning. It's Shane. It's called Shane for Mayor. All right, my man.
Oh, thank you. 2021.
2021.
And to the people out there that are thinking about getting into music and stuff, whatever you got going on in your head, make it run. I'm a behavioral specialist at York City School District. I work at high, and every Thursday I come in with the kids and give them a rap and about the positive things that they're doing and stuff. And so, I did the same thing with this. You just put some words together, see if they rhyme, and then go from there. All right? People watching, there was something I want to share. The man in front of me is running for mayor. He's a shade train, the hustle muscle. York is felt as non-stop bustle. Diamonds over donuts, that's the plan. Do you want the status quo or the man with the plan? But it's in the 1%, those with the mentality to represent. The city we love, the city of York, where he wins, I hope you blow that coal. He's a shade train, he's a shade train, he's a shade train. Shane has your interest cause you see him every day. On the internet or cruising the freeway. He's got the bands cause he puts in the work. That's what he'll do when he's in charge of your. Stopping crime, he's not afraid of the snow. Jogging downtown, always on the go. He's a shade train. He's a shade train. He's a shade train. Ooh, 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 ah, ba, ba, go. Shade train. Thank you. All right.
Oh, that is awesome.
Shane, he's running for Mayor of York. 21? 21. Anticipation. Let's get the build up, everybody, and we appreciate you having us on the 1% show.
Man, I appreciate y'all being here, man. You know, whether I win or lose, I won because I decided I could do it. See, that's the thing. The decision is always made first. And here's the thing you have to understand. This is the crazy part of everything. What your end result that you're looking for is already in you. See, God wouldn't have created you. You were already playing this before you were playing it because you were given this. You just had to dig in and get those crafts and develop them. And you all have that. Like, see, the end thing that that vision in you, it's there. It's not, but you have to unwrap these gifts in you.
This wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have put in the effort to try and come up with a song.
Man, God bless.
You know what I mean?
Humbling.
And then the same thing, like,
Oh, I love it. You guys are awesome. I love the the vibe. Let people know you have a great vibe.
This is one that brings that energy up in the crowd. So like, this is one we just like to play. We always go to it. This is a jam for all the fellas trying to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females, get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls are scant in the clad and show a body. Chick walks up and you wish you could sex her, but you're standing on the wall like you was Poindexter. Next day's function, high class luncheon. Food is served and you'll start for munching. Music comes on, people start to dance, but then you ate so much and it was get your pants. The girl starts walking, guy starts walking, sits down, no you do, he starts talking. Says she wants to dance cause she likes the groove, so come on, fat's over, just bust the move now. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. Bust the move. Bust the move. You're on a mission and you're wishing some of you come to your lonely condition, looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. Some frustration, first inclinations to become a monk and leave the situation. But every dark tunnel has a lot of hope, so don't hang yourself with a celibate rope. Your movie showing, so you're going. Could care less about the 5 you're going. Then it gets stopped to start the show when you just spot a found woman sitting in your row. She's dressed in yellow, she says hello, come sit next to me, you find photo. You run up the day without a second to lose. And what comes next, they bust the move now. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. In the city, ladies look pretty. Guys tell jokes so they can seem witty. Telling funny jokes to get some pay, and then you try to make a move and she says no way. Girls are faking, goodness saking. They want a man who brings home the bacon. You got no money and you got no car, and you got no woman. And there you are. Some girls are sadistic, some are artistic. Looking for a man makes her opportunistic. They're lying on the beach perpetrating this dance so that a brother with a mother can be their man. So on the beach you're stolen, real high rolling. Everything you have is yours and not stolen. Chick walks up with something to prove. So don't just stand there, bust the move, Shane. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. Bust the move. Bust the move. Bust the move. Last verse. Your best friend Harry has a brother Larry. In 5 days from now, he's gonna marry. He told you can make it there if you can, cause in the ceremony you'll be the best man. You say neato, check your libido. Roll to the church in your new tuxedo. Bride walks down to start the wedding, and there's one more girl you won't be getting. So you stop thinking, then you stop blinking. Bridesmaid looks and thinks you wink. She thinks you're kinda cute, she winks back, and then you're feeling really fat cause the girl is stacked. Reception is jumping, faces pumping. Look at the girl and your heart starts thumping. She wants to dance cause she likes to move. So come on now, G, just bust the move now. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then bust the move. 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 All right, there you go, Shane. Thank you.
Good job, man. Y'all rock. Hope y'all gotta have them out. Listen, so message on y'all got a website?
Absolutely. www.daktduo.com. You can find us there. Contact us if you want. And we're more than happy to communicate with you and see what you need.
Look, so at the end of the day, everything takes action, right? You don't retire in your life and be in a nursing home or in the hospital bed and telling friends, I watched this series, and I watched this series, and I watched this series, you know, or I watched this game, and I know all the stats. Make some stats for yourself in life, right? It's not too late. It might be the bottom of the ninth. There might be 2 strikes and 3 balls, and guess what? You were given the bat. All right? You have not one chance in life. You don't have 2 chances. You have as many chances as you actually give yourself. Yeah? You can have as many chances as long as you're willing to get up. The secret is get up one more time. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter. See, if you hold your path and think that you can think through it to make it change, so therefore you can't go back. But here's the thing. The billionaire and the beggar have 24 hours. So this day's going to go. You're going to see me later tonight, I'm sure. I've done a lot. What I do in a week, you could do in a week. Right? But hanging out, thinking about things, it never matters. Action matters. You know, we need you to engage. This society, I don't know where you are in the world, but you're needed in your community. So I don't care what other people think. We need to start caring about what we think about ourselves. Right? Because that's the stem. Belief is the stem to everything. So I would ask and challenge you all to get up. Right? You're always telling people what you've been through. Well, why don't you act like you've been through something for a reason? If you're so bad to the bone, you've been through all this hell, why don't you keep going and show people that you've been through it instead of staying in it? Right? Don't build a mansion in hell. Right? Keep camping. Keep walking. Right? No parking in life. It's a 2-hour minimum parking. Get off the couch. Love y'all. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Hey.
Awesome.
Put him up. Put him up. That's muscle, man.
It's all about. And Edwin, come on back here, man. This is my dude, right? I do a lot of mentoring. Here's someone who's awesome, does awesome video. Okay, he's gonna be doing a lot of work with me. He's got his own video company. Boom, you find him out, you hit off. Good dude right there. Nothing's for free. All right. So stop asking people for free, because you get what you pay for. If you get free, you get free. All right. God bless you all. Value yourself. We need you in our community. God bless you all.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Love you.
Thanks, Shane.
Boom.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks. Let me just hit these stops. God bless y'all. Love you.